So let's get the Chaos Emerald and leave.
That's a weird shape for it to be, by the way.
Squished the Chaos Emerald.
Okay, so emeralds in this world are made out of like gummy candy, and they take whatever shape they want.
No.
Like this kind of thing does happen sometimes.
I love the implication that is totally the emerald now, and I don't think it was earlier.
Yeah, or at least it was never mentioned.
Okay, now we get this, which is basically just... I think this is exactly just the cutscene from the beginning.
Yeah.
But this is now happening, apparently. This is real or something.
Yeah.
Pump the table.
So is Station Square... I think we may have had this discussion. It's not supposed to be a specific place, right?
I think it's supposed to be New York.
Okay.
I'm not 100%,
this
but I'm
looks
pretty
like
sure.
a standard Ninja Turtle New York sewer. Does Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles take place in New York?
Yes, it does.
Yes, okay. Making sure I got that right. But yeah, yeah, I can see it as New York.
And
So like the
flooding with
Mystic
chaos.
Ruins are like in like I don't know.
New Jersey.
Wherever Professor X keeps his mansion.
Yeah, New Jersey.
Yeah, okay.
The Jersey Ruins.
The Jersey ruins of the mystical ancient Jersey echidnas.
The ruins of Old Jersey.
Old Jersey was full of echidnas.
Yeah, Old Jersey
And their
its
water
native
monsters
population
and their emeralds.
of echidnas. Talking,
Powered by the 7
echidnas.
Jersey Emeralds.
It's a baby chaos.
That's Boston, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. Probably. Who knows?
Never forget. This came out after 9/11, didn't it? Well, the director's
no,
cut did.
The director's cut did. I think the original... No, the original I think came out in... I think it was 2000, so it would have had
It's
to.
because of our machines. We've sinned against sin and he's angry.
It looks like sin.
This
It
predates that by
super
a year
does.
or two at least, right?
It looks like about a million other things, too. This is
Oh
a
yeah,
very
no, it's
common
just a big old
monster
kaiju.
design.
It doesn't
It
look
also
quite as
kind of
good
looks
right
like
now.
a water version of Biollante, which is a Godzilla monster.
That's probably what they're going for because of Japan.
I love how Sonic and all of his friends are fine, but this entire city and its population are now wiped out.
I like that Sonic's ultimate enemy is water.
Yeah, and Chaos is clipping through the building there.
Yeah, I mean he's made of water, so maybe he's. The fact that it's in the cutscene is bad, but it could be just his arms through the building.
What is this? Is that supposed to be gunfire or something? Because
Yeah.
nothing's happening.
So
Like Eggman just has a noisemaker on his
Yeah.
on his console.
So what was Eggman's plan for this thing? Like now that he can't control it, it's like, oh, it's bad, so I gotta stop it. But never forget.
Look at his big thick lip. He's like with his lips.
Yeah.
Like,
But like, if he could control this, what did he intend to do with it other than destroy the city?
so this is so late in the game. Sonic's face has gotten like magical. Like it's
Yeah.
it's no longer just barely doing it. It's like his whole face is warping when he speaks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it in there, like just before this.
I mean, it's yeah.
It was like going halfway down his chest when he was talking.
My heart has always been
Oh.
in Master Emerald along with Chaos.
Whoa.
Always like before this stuff happened.
We did see when it got broken that she floated out alongside Chaos.
Yeah, but like, was her heart in there when
Oh
she
no
got
no
pushed
no!
down?
I'm going to guess that she means whenever they sealed Chaos in.
Yeah, I guess.
Which, by the way, when did that happen?
Not on screen.
Was that like her father did that? Like
Maybe.
I really don't understand the plot of this game. I gotta be honest.
Well, Sonic plots are always a little confusing. This one's... The problem with this game is that it's trying to have plot, and that makes it more difficult to follow the plot.
How can that help?
he has to be sealed into the Master Emerald.
Will it?
It's like, but maybe he could be our friend. Or maybe I should kill him.
Yeah, I think Sonic's implying he just needs to murder him.
Yeah.
He'll never change, and trapping him won't do anything. So let's just murder him.
Let's get serious with Big the Cat.
Yeah, and everybody gets an emerald.
Oh yeah, and destroying the thing and letting Chaos out did turn them into rocks.
Yeah, it took all of their power,
Yeah.
and now they're just glass.
I've got one of these shitty chunks
Notice
of
the
charcoal.
bird she's with is the pink one. That's Gamma.
Oh.
Chaos only used the negative power.
Well, that's cute then.
Tails' explanation here.
You should be able to harness those real
Yeah.
He only used the negative power, so you can use the real one.
Remind me, positive ions, is that what acids are made of?
I don't know.
I don't
What am I,
remember.
a chemist?
I don't know. What are you?
I don't know. Everybody's saying Sonic.
You're Josh the chemist. Do not steal.
Please don't.
are positive feelings toward each other.
Oh, so the population
Friendship.
of this dead city is alive enough to give you their energy.
Okay.
You hear him chanting? He's
From where?
He's gonna do an internal spirit bomb from under the water. It's their dead souls doing it. This city looks so dead. How would anybody
Yeah.
have survived chaos like
Yeah.
blowing it up?
God, it's the dream of the faith.
There's still water flowing out of buildings.
They've been like washed away by Chaos's water, and now they've just sort of formed a mass on the side of a cliff somewhere, and they're just praying for Sonic.
His big floppy mouth.
Final Fantasy Sonic would be amazing.
Okay, so Sonic, Super Sonic specifically, is real weird in the way that it works. You lose rings as time goes on,
Yeah, yeah.
and the idea is that you have to get to Chaos and hit him in the brain. So you have to go fast, but you also have
Show's
to pick
over,
up
we
rings.
did it. No.
You have to pick up rings while you do it, otherwise you will die and sink to nothingness underneath you.
And water everywhere.
Apparently the rings are very important, actually, because Supersonic can't exist without them.
So, does that mean that the rings are tied into the Master Emerald in some way that, like, Knuckles should be really mad when you take them?
It should be. Also, if you're not going fast enough, you don't make it all the way up, and then it resets the thing. I don't think it kills you, but it doesn't give you any rings back that you picked up.
I love that this is a world where so much of the most vital parts of both magic and science, because Robotnik uses them too, is powered by giant golden donuts that just sort of float there.
What's up with this?
And yet, despite them being like this cosmological vital element of the world that's needed for
Aw.
like everything,
I'm no longer going fast enough, and I'm going to lose rings.
just everything is necessary for them. They're also the money. So, like...
well, they're only the money in the second game when you're talking about the Chow Garden.
I
They're
think
not
they're-
used to...
Any game where you
Actually-
buy stuff, I think they are what you use.
Yeah, you know what? You might be wrong. I mean,
Except
right,
for
because
like the racing game where you use like Sega Miles, but that's not the same.
Yeah, I think actually in Sonic 06 you have to buy stuff and they do take
Yeah,
rings.
that's how you get some of your power-ups,
Yeah,
I think.
which is awful, by the way.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I mean, that's Sonic 06.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh, come on.
they're also the money. And that's like, so like you go into a casino and like there's like 600 of the magical power donuts just in a vault, and there you just need to amass so many of them that you can walk on them to get to something.
So, that's Chaos. He's done now. No, not actually.
Yeah.
No, you need to amass 300, and if you don't, they don't let you out of the casino.
Yeah, like what is the true value of a ring? That, like, as long as you have one, you're, like, unable to be murdered. But, like, also, like, you can spend, like, 50 of them to get an egg. Like I don't know. It's kind of baffling.
A little bit. I'm running out of rings at a like
It's-
exponential rate here, and I'm
Oof.
not going fast enough to hit him anymore.
Oof.
So this area, not this area, this boss fight actually does get pretty tough. Because this is the final boss fight, it gets a
Yeah.
little unfair sometimes.
Chaos is kind of cute.
Chaos is kind of an amazing monster, yeah. He's not just Sin, he's like a really nice looking version of Sin, actually.
Yeah. Well, Sin itself doesn't look very good.
Yeah, Sin itself is kind of... It's a little too chaotic for my liking.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
Ironically.
part of the design intent, and also Final Fantasy monsters tend to be very busy. Like they tend to have like a lot of detail that you're not necessarily going to focus on. Sometimes it's for the look of there's so much going on here because it's like made out of dead bodies or made out of like 5 other monsters or something. And then sometimes it's just so that it looks
not gonna
impressive
survive.
on whatever the console that they're on is. Like,
Yeah,
oh, look
yeah,
at all
yeah,
of our
I'm gonna die.
PS3 polygons.
So we get to see Supersonic die. Oh, it'll be the next time. It doesn't give you any rings back, so I'm gonna die in 1 second.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
That's fine. Like I said, this fight isn't particularly hard, but no, he doesn't pirouette into the water.
I love that. That was great.
To a bolt of lightning.
Okay, it makes you start over from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That's the big thing about this particular boss fight that is not particularly pleasant at all. Honestly, like there's a lot of this stuff in this fight that I'm okay with and I do enjoy. There's some stuff going on that I don't really care for too, and this is one of the things that I don't particularly care for. Is it's so hard, especially later on in the level. Okay,
Yeah, it was
it's
not
hard
enough.
to pick up enough speed. It's hard to keep your rings up, and it's really unforgiving when you die.
And then you have to go through this little glorp in, glorp out thing, like, every time.
And I guess the idea is that it was supposed to be difficult because it's A, the final boss, and B, it is supposed to be like, oh, it's a very tense moment, but it's like, I feel like the gameplay hampers it. Like, the way
the
that they
control and
chose to
stuff.
do everything. Yeah. Like, the
Like,
control makes it difficult, and there's some other
It
stuff.
would have been a nice gesture that your final boss battle is literally, can you go fast enough? Because it's
Yeah.
Sonic, you know? Like, he's gonna save the world by going fast.
And it's
but
not that it's super hard, it's just that it's way more unforgiving than it honestly needs to be.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like, go fast enough and you turn into a lightning bolt, and it's like...
But, oh yeah, the game's physics and controls and camera
Yeah,
are your
especially
enemies.
the controls, man.
Yeah.
They're so precise. Like, I know where I need to go, I can see it, and I can't go there because any kind of like little twitch left or right just makes
Yeah.
Sonic freak out, and it's like, oh, come on. I can already tell you I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this time because I don't think I have enough rings, and I think the chances of picking up the correct amount of rings is incredibly low because it's so difficult to pick them up because it's not like you run straight forward and you get them. It's like, because
Yep.
of the way that the physics... I'm not going fast enough anymore.
Yep.
Because of the way that the physics work, you have a very slim chance of hitting those rings, even if they're right in the center of the platform and you're on
Mm-hmm.
the platform, because you're almost always going to be hugging the walls.
Yeah, and if you get too close to anything, it stops you.
Oh yeah, it stops you completely and takes all of your momentum, and it's like, oh, great, thanks, because this is totally not a part of the game.
And
that
also there's like
basically
those
requires
cars and stuff, and
as
you
much
can go.
momentum as possible.
I swear, you went through that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you landed on it, and it still decided that it hated you.
Yep, and I'm still not going fast enough. Because you
Yeah.
have to hit one of the speed ups before you smack into him
Yep.
to be able to go fast enough.
So, no other game takes place in this particular city.
Not in Station Square.
So there's never any kind of follow-up of, did they rebuild this shit?
No, that's why none of the other
I mean,
games take
there's
place
never
there.
any follow-up for very many things, but I would have loved to see some kind of like revisit to this, like just like 3 years later, waterlogged and maybe with like debris and stuff in it, just as a level that Sonic runs through, and then maybe you've got like, I don't know, just like people walking around in it who are like, I remember when Chaos was attacked.
No, because after this happened, they just decided it wasn't worth it to rebuild the city, and Sonic moved. And he lives in San Francisco now.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way. I'm gonna die. This is...
Yep.
Oh, come on. So the negative part about not getting hit... Because Supersonic can't get hit.
Yeah.
Like, he can't
It
take
means
damage.
you've got to just wait for your death.
Yeah, because unfortunately, when I hit those tornadoes, they're not doing damage, and I don't get like a moment of like time where I can collect myself. It's like I get hit, and oh, there he goes.
Nice. Bounce.
I get hit by those tornadoes, and they just bounce me back. But neither me nor the tornado stops existing. So
Yep.
I don't get that second of leeway that I do where I like blink in the normal game. I instead have to deal with, okay, there's literally no way for me to counter a tornado if it's directly ahead of me. Like, if I get hit by one directly ahead of me, I have to just keep running face first into it over
Oh,
and
yeah.
over again.
On the bright side, this is an actually visually impressive level as opposed to most of the levels in this game, which were kind of just there.
Yeah.
Like there is a sense of atmosphere to this. I'm gonna say they probably came up with the graphics for this level before they even like decided like things like how gravity works. Cause I mean,
Maybe.
like I don't know. I'm gonna guess that they had just like a vision of this being cool with all these like sunken buildings and all these textures of wreckage and stuff, and how it was gonna be cool. It was gonna be this big ol' kaiju battle, and then they thought, oh wait, we can like phase through the floor. Whoops, just ship it out.
Yeah. A little bit. And then the director's cut didn't really fix anything at all. So
But thank God they did the music with as much effort as they could have done.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I mean,
the
it's
music is
Sega.
amazing.
God forbid the music not be good, but the physics, like, whatever.
God forbid we lose, like, the track for Red Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So now I gotta do the second part of this. In all fairness, though, I'm almost positive, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive he's only got the 2 parts to this.
What is even really distinct, though?
The music, that's literally it.
Yeah, like, is this the same layout? Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same layout as the first time that I came
Oh,
in
and
here.
his attack pattern
Yeah,
gets
his
harder.
attack pattern... Okay, I'm fucked now. Like, I literally think that I cannot complete this level now. I could be wrong, but I just dropped, like, half the
Oh,
rings.
there you go.
No. I don't mean I can't stop this particular hit. I mean, I think I'm down so many rings, I don't think I'm going to be able to push forward.
Wait, did they reset the rings between...
No.
No?
Some of the rings are still missing. I noticed that immediately. Like, notice how that particular platform had nothing on it? Yeah, the rings, I think, do not reset.
There were a bunch of rings there.
I know, and I shot for the platform and I missed
Yeah.
it. Because it's very easy to do.
Oh, well, you got him.
Just
Somehow.
barely
I'm
made
not
that.
sure how, because
Me
you...
neither, because he was stopping halfway up
You
the
were
body.
doing, like, about that good in the first stage and still not getting it.
Yeah, so hopefully the 30-some rings are enough to get me to the end of this level. We'll see. But I'm not super confident right now. Damn it. Okay, that's super annoying too, because that one is just like the fucking twisters. I can't, like, move forward properly.
Yeah.
Like, if he hits me with that, I'm screwed, because if I jump after I get hit, or even if I just push forward, I'm just going to hit the same one again, because they don't get destroyed when they hit me. They continue to exist, and I continue to exist, and I don't have any
And they don't
like,
give you any kind of, like, burst button to push forward or something.
No, they don't. Even though they probably should if they wanted you to go faster.
Yeah. Oh, is this gonna be it?
Assuming that it's only the 2
Woo!
forms.
I mean, at least you're this far.
Yeah. I hope it is, because I don't want to have to play this. Like, I love this game. This game's fine, and this is a fun fight. But it's like, man, it is, like, really,
the
really
pressure
just...
to do good on camera, too.
Yeah, and once again, unforgiving. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not so bad when you're just sort of sitting around and no one's watching, and it's like you can just sort of, like, mess up as many times as necessary and just look at the cool buildings and stuff.
This sounds like the build-up to a boy band song.
Like, they're gonna start serenading each other.
Yeah, like the Chow are gonna start in, and they're gonna be like...
So, are these
"Hey,
the
girl."
same Chow?
I don't know. Are all Chow the same Chow?
Maybe.
What are Chow, even? Like, is
They're
Chaos technically
Chaos
a Chow?
is babies, sort of. I mean, you can get Chow that
Yeah,
look
you
like
can get
Chaos.
Chow that look exactly like
It's
Chaos.
it's pretty implied that they're connected heavily enough that they could be the same. They could be the same species.
So,
Or maybe Chaos is a Chow the way Sonic is a hedgehog.
thanks for that explanation. The exact ones, though?
The exact ones. They too are ghosts.
And so is she.
Yep.
They're all just figments of Chaos's imagination. I love the... Oh my god, they really are!
For generations, so I guess she means the species.
Yeah, and now people take care of them in the garden.
Yep. And we didn't show that.
But yeah, we did.
We showed like once.
A little bit.
But we should probably at some point just show like maybe like just our personal Chow or something like that.
I
Show
don't
like
know.
this is what they could look like.
Maybe. I love the reasoning that Tails gave where he's just kind of like, yeah, Supersonic neutralized the evil in Chaos, so he's good now.
No,
And it's
by
like, oh.
lobotomizing him.
Yeah.
He literally went up through the brain.
Yeah, he went up through his spine and just kept hitting him in the brain with lightning. It's
Yeah,
like, yeah.
with the
Shock therapy.
the positivity of our friendship with Sonic, which is Tails' logic 100%.
Yeah.
Like
well,
Tails is very much like Tails thinks that literally just Sonic's existence is going to make everything okay.
Eggman just floats away.
Yeah.
Goes back to his home planet.
Which honestly shouldn't be this planet.
You'd think so, anyway.
Someone here's got to be an
So
alien.
there's Gamma. Gamma's here too.
Yeah.
They just want to keep
It's a
reminding
nice
you.
gesture.
Sonic?
And Big the
What?
Cat was there. You have to remember that. He's like, it's gonna be real good fishing for the next 100 years.
Where did Sonic even go?
Home.
Because he jumps off and you hear zwee, but it's like, dude, this whole city's flooded. This is like not a place for you.
He's gonna loot all these office buildings, I guess.
No, like he's gonna jump and hit the water immediately and die.
That too.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like this is just
Yeah,
this
but he's gonna
flooded,
do a
like,
pirouette when he
lost
does it.
Soul City. God.
Yeah.
So this is the final credits for this game. So, what are your final thoughts on this game?
Man, is Sonic Adventure 1 not Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah, it's... So I really like this game. I thought that when it first came out, this was a grand gesture. This was amazing.
So
and
you would have
people
been
loved
how
it.
old?
If it came out in 2000, I would have been
11.
11. Yeah.
Sound about right?
Yeah, that feels
Yeah.
about right.
Young enough that you were easily impressed, and there really wasn't much else out that was really like something that would blow it away. Except for like Mario 64, which was earlier and still controlled much better. But whatever.
It did, but it didn't look quite as nice.
Well, it didn't have textures. It had Mario at his worst still is constructed slightly better than Sonic at his best because at least Mario has skin between his eyes.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like there's definitely something to be said for just the way that Sonic looks during his first iteration for 3D, which is not quite this game, but this game
Yeah,
in
this
particular.
is like the big one.
Yeah, this was the big 3D Sonic game.
Yeah.
For this one, him coming out swinging and looking the way he does is actually not bad. I'll admit that the goes fast is definitely the biggest problem with this game.
You mean the physics?
Because going fast in a game like this requires like very, very distinct, like intricate physics, and the physics in this game cannot keep up with the movement. Like player input versus physics in this game is just the worst. Like,
Yeah.
and
Also the camera.
that's not to say that the game's bad. It is fine, and in a lot of the easier levels, they're fun. They're things that I would go back and totally play. But it's like, honestly, some of the later ones, I think I would just avoid at all costs.
Sonic's face there is
Son-
getting torn
Sonic
apart by
looks
light.
pretty unfortunate. It looks like somebody turned the light on inside.
Which they kind of did.
Yeah, and it's just coming out like the front door, though.
Well, my final thoughts. So, I wasn't a Sonic player as a kid.
Yeah.
We did not have Sega consoles. My first real exposure to Sonic, other than like the cartoons existing, was Sonic Adventure 2, which Josh showed me for the first time. So, I played this game for the first time after that, and Sonic Adventure 2 is so much more polished. It's polished.
It's
better.
late. It's late.
Yeah. And I have a really short tongue.
Yeah, it's fun to work.
But Sonic Adventure 1 it just feels unfinished to me. And part of it is just like, oh, well, this was the first big 3D Sonic, so, like, they were still figuring stuff out, but, like, man, did they not figure some of it out. And this is, though, the start, the tipping point between old Sonic and new Sonic, wherein
Yeah.
they would start introducing, like, 5 characters per game or whatever, and I like that. I like that aspect.
Granted, is as much of a gap as there is between this and old Sonic.
Yeah.
There are still things that are brought over from old Sonic, like Metal Sonic is a character from Sonic CD.
Yeah.
And,
As is Amy.
and he, both of them are. Amy got a complete redesign. He did not.
Yeah.
There are games later on in the series where Metal Sonic acknowledges Sonic CD and talks about it as though it has actually happened, and he is aware of it. And it's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so it's canon, I guess. Like all the old games are also
Oh yeah,
canon.
yeah,
to
they
this.
are. But
most of them are just goes
there was a
fast.
different direction they started going in once this game was out because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we need to
Definitely,
add
definitely.
like 3 or 4 new characters every time we make a game, and we've got to have plot, and we've got to have cutscenes, we've got to have continuity.
We have to have sprawling
And-
cities full of human beings and deal with that.
And then, like, Sonic 06 came out and was, like, the ultimate convergence of all that with a dash of we want to be Final Fantasy on top of that.
Well, Sonic 06, I think I've heard, was meant to be a different game when it
That would
first
explain
was
it.
designed.
That would explain a lot.
That's just what I've heard, though. I don't
That would
100%
explain a lot.
know.
But that was kind of like that was peak Sonic of this era.
It's
Aw,
ghosts.
I like this picture.
It's all the ghosts hanging out.
Ghost Party.
Ghost party.
They did the mash. But like
Cut
we
it
hit
out.
a peak of okay, we're gonna stop adding new
download.
characters constantly. We're gonna stop doing these weird plots that don't make sense. And they kind of cut back and then just kind of stopped making Sonic games for a while. And then they did stuff like Sonic 4, where it's like back to basics. Sonic Generations was kind of like a mix of the basics and the new stuff. It's like, oh, just like a retrospective. And it's like, they don't really do games like this anymore. And I kind of hope they start. Like, there's going to be a new Sonic coming out in, what, like the next year or two?
I would say they kind of do games like this, honestly. I wouldn't say that that's entirely true. Because I feel like Sonic Unleashed was definitely a game that was kind of like this.
Yeah, they introduced
Like, Sonic-
instead of a bunch of characters, they introduced a couple characters and then a concept. Like the Werehog concept is kind of really Sonic-y to the way that I feel that Sonic is at its most fun.
Sonic 06 was meant to be a lot like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just fell short, I think.
If we're gonna do some Sonic analysis, let's get back in there.
Okay.
Just
but-
replay a level.
Character.
T-Call's the one who does stuff. No, you know what? Let's not do we'll save the analysis for another time. But,
All right.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Just this is the start of a certain era of Sonic that I find really fun. A lot of people find it not as substantial. Like the games weren't as good as like the classic games, but it's like I love the garbage. I love the recolors. I love the weird plots that don't make sense. I love it when physics flips out.
yeah.
Like, it makes me happy, and yes, it's an ironic enjoyment, but at the same time, like, this is the Sonic I prefer. That and Sonic Underground, which should tell you something about my Sonic opinions. I love garbage.
Yeah. All right. I don't think I have anything to add.
Yeah, have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.